Okay, so just straight away I'm noticing for your person, there's a lot of blue and a lot of lilac energy there, and it's coming up again in the Saturn card, in the Isis card, and in the third quarter moon. So this is all third eye or crown chakra, depending on which system you're looking at. Okay, let's start with you then. So we've got Mercury mind, and we've got Bridget, don't back down. This is a lot of green energy, so this is heart chakra. So everything to do with the heart. This affects all everything to do with love, unconditional love for self and for others as well. So Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. And Mercury mind. So aspects of this may resonate with you. I'm doing you as this person, but this person is your person, and this could also, the qualities or what you may be seeing may be interchangeable as well. So all right, so this is saying that probably some issues are coming up which need to be worked through. You may be in your mind a lot. Mercury does rule Virgo, so this could be something that you're feeling quite strongly at this point. But it's saying here, Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, so this is also about stepping forward and standing up for yourself, or showing up for yourself. It's also about taking responsibility for you and your actions. But it's also about being very clear about what is important to you. So this can be something to do with your pet causes, or something that you're working on, or something that you're passionate about. It's about standing up for that. It's about showing up for that, and being sort of outspoken about it, or just standing firm. So there may also be something you need to put your foot down about, something as well within the relationship or within your situation, something you need to be clear about. But it's also about, perhaps being very clear in general, because you've got a communication is key here, new moon in Gemini. So there's some kind of fresh start coming in, or some kind of clearing of the decks is required. So you need to clear the air, I feel. So put your case forward, say what you need to say, and stand up for yourself and stand firm. It could also be that you need to just be clear about certain things within yourself as well. We've got Mercury mind, so all aspects of mental energy come into this. It can be overthinking. It can also be criticism. It can also be nitpicking. So all of that may come in, whether it's being directed at you or whether you are feeling you need to, express that. So rather flip to the other side. This can be rather more like exchanging of ideas, talking things through, choosing your words with care. With Mercury, you need to do that. You also need to think positive. You need to think things through. It's also about bringing a bit of humor in. That is very vital in any kind of discussion or communication. So bring humor in. Be truthful. Be clear. And express, you may also, if it's a project or something that you're working on, there may be aspects which need to be sort of discussed, but also researched and further clarified. There's sort of sifting and sorting going on. You may have to walk your talk as well. It's all very well saying something, but can you back it up? Something like that. It can also be, hearsay or gossip may come into this as well. So just be careful that you're taking the high ground in this regard. But it's certainly saying speak from your heart and do things from your heart. And balance that, because you've got a lot of mental energy here. So it could be that you're in your head a lot, and you need to actually anchor that down. You actually need to pair that with action, but it must be heart action, heart related. And so this is why for some of you, it may be following something which is important to you, something that you want to do, or a pet cause or a social reform, or something that is important to you. And you need to show up for yourself and be firm about that. Be firm about what it is that you want to say. But there's certainly a lot of communication or a lot of thinking going on. And just don't allow that to rule your actions. Your actions must be heart-based. You just use the Mercury as a computer to calculate things and to quantify. So Written things may be important for you, maybe writing things as well, whether you are perhaps not with your person at the moment and you are communicating online through electronics and so on. That also comes in. But certainly communication is highly indicated at this time. But speak from your heart. For your person, Pisces, I believe they're going to be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of information at the moment. So, Donna, High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So this is divine guidance coming down into this person, however that is transmitted. Normally it's by like a knowing. The Pisces is a very psychic, very intuitive, very emotional sign. So it's done through the senses and through the emotions. But it could also be through dream life. Dreams. It could even be following dreams. This person may be following their dream. At this point, they could be getting a lot of information. They could be getting a lot of insightful intel or just information coming through their dream life. But also it can be through spending time in reflection. So this is like almost like retreat, withdrawal, seclusion, or some kind of some kind of reflective period. They may be in a very reflective period at the moment where they are getting a lot of information and they're busy processing all of that. But certainly this information is coming down for them. Very important, very divine information. It can also be activating imagination and inspiration. And for people who are involved in any kind of artistic or creative endeavor, that's very important because they get a lot of information coming down. It may be sort of in a very meditative way. They may just need quiet environment to channel that information. So whatever the platform is for the dissemination of this knowledge. Now that can be in whatever is your affinity, whatever is your way of bringing this information down and actually acting on it or reflecting on it. And it works with you and where you are in your life and what you do and how you move forward in your life. So this person is getting a lot of information, possibly obviously about the relationship as well, but I do feel there's a lot of blue here. So I'm getting a lot of throat chakra. So this is talking, this is communication. So again, communication is very, very important here. And just be careful that this information must be coming from the divine source. This needs to be coming not from victim mode. Okay, this needs to come down as sort of insightful, imaginative or inspirational knowledge that's coming down. And it's also about with the yellow, there's a lot of this is where the solar plexus chakra comes in. There's confidence coming in, and it's building up also a sense of belief and sort of faith in whatever is their spiritual or their religious or belief system. So it's normally about spiritual life, and this you access through meditation and so on. So this person may need just a bit of space, a bit of time to go into their own place, to reflect and to get access to this information, which is going to be very important for them and for the relationship. They may be also getting a lot of intuitive guidance with regards to the relationship or issues that you are tackling at the moment. It could be helping them with their career or something that they're busy with. It can also be, there can be a little bit of escapism as well with this coming in. Sort of just wanting to remove themselves from certain situations or things that trigger kind of removal from that. It can also be a very deep soul contract. So this can be like soulmates or twin flames, depending on your situation and what belief system you follow. So this person could also be connecting with that. You could be seeing them as this person in your life, as a very deep connection, soulmate, twin flame energy, and you have got past life here, and all of that is connected to that. Okay, so there's possibly work and aspects that you need to that you've come into this lifetime together to work on, but certainly this person is being spiritually guided right now and is able to access that through quiet time, meditation, and so on. It can also be karmic lessons and also karmic situations or karmic inheritance. working through that, Pisces is a very powerful sign. It's a very deep sign. A lot of aspects have to be dealt with. It can also be service work to others. They may be involved in that, or they may be contemplating that, or they just may be in a very contemplative state and getting information on how to move forward at this time with various things that may be going on in your lives right now. Then for the situation, we've got Grand Cross Provoker, and we've got Una Easy Does It. Okay, so there's going to be some situations coming up. One or either of you or both of you may be going through quite a tough time at the moment. 4 very hard angles bearing down on you. Or on the relationship, or on a situation which you're kind of involved in. So this is a catalyst for change, this card. Okay, that's what it does. It puts you under such pressure that you have no choice but to actually evolve and move forward. And this can be juggling lots of different things, handling lots of different things at once. So you could have a lot of demands on you. Both of you could have a lot of demands on you. This reading can also bring in external things like, how your career is affecting, or you may be moving, or, there's lots of different things that come in. But this is saying that you're juggling a lot of different things, a lot of pressure, a few frustrations possibly as well coming in. But don't allow this to rule, to overtake the relationship. The very best way to handle this energy, there's lots of things happening all at once, or lots of priorities, or lots of responsibilities, or lots of things that need to be accomplished, is to prioritize. Number one, that's it. Prioritize. And this can be all kinds of things. Obviously, it's related to the lives that you're leading, but prioritize your relationship, number one, your meditation space, your health, your well-being, all of those things. But it can also be prioritizing your external things. So the time you spend working, the time you spend exercising, the time you spend in your home, what you're doing in your home. So it's all aspects, juggling lots of different things, but it's prioritizing. And this may change on a daily or a weekly basis, but prioritizing is very important. Time management is very important. This can also be time management of your relationship. Okay. So that things don't fall apart, or you don't lose sight of that. It's also about cooperation and communicating with others. So again, communication comes in. So this is about checking in with each other regularly about what needs to be done, what needs to be prioritized today, discussing when and how things are going to be managed, having a very clear calendar system or a priority system, which may change, as I said. Once you've achieved something, cross it off, move on to the next thing. And if something comes in, something occurs and something comes in, because this is going to come at you very quickly, lots of things coming at you all at once. The very best way is to prioritize, as I said, but that may change on a regular basis. So as soon as something is done, move it off, move on to the next thing. And if something really important or some big shift comes in, then that takes priority. And then, so that's how but it's time management. It's actually juggling, but you want to move forward with your juggling. You don't want to be standing still, because that's just going to cause frustration. It's also about utilizing all your talents, all your skills, all your abilities, and your ability to communicate, number one, as well. So very, very important. All of these aspects will come in. But on the other side of this period, it's a very important learning period that's going to teach you life skills, all right? And this is within the relationship as well. It's going to teach you life skills, which are going to stand you in very good stead later on in life, okay? So master what is going on around you. And just by doing those 3 things, prioritizing, time management, and communication, then you will overcome and you will be able to move forward, and eventually the pressures will ease. Okay. Now we've got Una Easy Does It. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So as long as you're working through what is coming your way, just work steadily through it. As I said, this is all about being true to what is important to you. Nurturing your relationship is important. Okay, that's why it's got to be made a priority. Okay, so but also things that other things around you that enhance your relationship. So whatever it is, spending time together and making sure that your home and your environment is a happy one. Very, very important. And all of these factors come in. But that's a way to mitigate the pressures. But just keep moving forward and focus on what is really important to you, your relationship, number one, but also your relationship with yourself. That's important. And then your pet causes and whatever else that is going on around you at this time. And easy does it. If you are starting on a project or you're busy doing something, this can indicate sometimes if career is coming up in here at this time, then I feel that it's saying that something may be starting a little bit slowly, or maybe just be starting as an interest while you continue with other things. So once that interest starts to gain momentum, and then it can become more of a function and take more place in your life. As I said, whether that's an interest or a hobby or a career, whatever it is, something may start out as a part-time and then it may go to full-time. So, but with a relationship, it may also be like that, where you're just starting out, perhaps you're not even properly together yet, or whatever the situation may be. But with the prioritizing and with your focus on actually moving it forward, nurturing, this is all about nurturing as well, then it will grow. Okay, so that's coming in there. Then for the advice, we've got Saturn Truth, and we've got Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memories, and we've also got adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So something needs to be reevaluated. Balance needs to be sort of come to here. And this is balance in everything: your environment, your relationship, your home. Balance between work and home, or whatever it's your career and home. All of these things, the balance has to be required, but there are adjustments required here. So something needs to be talked about, worked through, some sort of prioritization, some sort of schedule or system needs to be put in place and stuck to. Okay. But just reevaluate as you go along. Also trust comes into this, and trust is mentioned here as well. Okay. So this is where I keep seeing the lilac and energy coming in. So this is third eye, or it could even be crown chakra. So this is all about seeing the bigger picture and also reading into things and opening yourself up to guidance from the divine. And certainly your person is tuning into that. So make sure that you are open to that. Now, with Saturn Truth, this is obviously about facing truth. So a few home truths may be coming up at this time. And, but this is necessary, okay? Because you cannot build a strong foundation if you're, if everything that you're putting in there is wobbly, okay? You've got to have strong foundations. So anything that is not a strong foundation will crumble. All right. So it's your responsibility, both of you in the relationship and in your environment, to ensure that you're building a strong foundation. So number one is communication, love of self and love of the other and your situation. Work with the truths that come out. And this is about what you sow is what you're going to reap. That is the energy of Saturn. But always Saturn is working towards harmony. And when you've got a solid foundation and you've worked through everything that needs to be worked through, then you will have harmony. Okay. But this is also taking a very realistic view at your situation, very realistic view, and cutting out unnecessaries or things that are not useful or helpful or you've outgrown. And this can be beliefs. This can be, things around you. It can be in a variety of ways. As I said, it can be material, emotional. It can even be social things that you do, or things that that you are accustomed to doing, old habits, whatever it may be. Okay. So have a very realistic view. This is rose tinted spectacles are off. This is also maturity. Okay. Taking responsibility and being mature. It's also about, time management that comes in again. Saturn rules time, all things related with time, and this can be also past life related, karma related, but also physical time. And it's also about bringing in systems or bringing in structure. Okay, that comes in as well. So all of these factors are going to come in. There are some, as I said, this moon is saying there are some adjustments that are required. So talk it through, work it out, figure out how things are going to work, and go forward from there. Isis, past life. The situation involves your past life memories. So certain things are starting to surface now, within one or either of you, or it could be relationship based, where you obviously have been in a relationship before and certain things that didn't get worked on or needed further refinement may come in now again, because you're here. We all come here to learn, and you come here to learn with other people that you have a contract with. Okay. So you, however small or large it may be, it's a contract. And it's something that you've come here to work on. So everything is a learning curve, and the ultimate objective is to work through that situation or that whatever you've come in with, and resolve it, okay, or better it, or make it better, or it could even be a project, a successful project that you're going to be working on. And in this case, obviously, it's relationship based as well. So this is about looking at that, realizing that this has old roots, okay, this has roots back in previous times. Some of these issues may feel a little bit stifling, okay, or just sometimes you've got to, like I said, you've got to have a long, hard look at things and realize that certain things have to be changed or reorganized or let go of or rearranged, and it's all about structure normally, some sort of course correct coming in here. Now, with the Isis past life, what she's saying is that don't be fearful of anything that needs to be coming in here, needs to be adjusted or rearranged or changed or sorted out. Don't be fearful of that. Don't be fearful of moving forward. Let go of your fears, because those fears are coming from some past situation. It can also obviously be current life, but usually it's past life related, the deep ones. Okay. So, you've carried through something and you have probably having a fear about it. Let go of the fear, relax, have faith. Okay. And trust that whatever is coming up, you can work through. You're fully capable. The two of you are fully capable of handling whatever that comes in. And you don't ever get more than what you can deal with. All right. So whatever comes in, you are more than capable of dealing with it. And certainly with the Grand Cross Provoker, you've got all your talents and skills to draw on. And if you follow the steps I've said, you will overcome it and you will move through and you will be successful and happy on the other side. And this is vital experience for you. If you nail whatever the situation is that's coming in, if you nail it, deal with it, communicate, do everything by the book, then you will overcome. And then this issue will go away from you because you will have dealt with it. Okay. So, but don't be afraid to take steps forward to change or rearrange or shift or course correct or whatever it may be. Don't be afraid to do that.